asking for it. Not asking for it. Not asking for it. Not asking for it. I'm not asking for it unless I'm asking for it. Unless someone actually says they want to have sex with you, they're not asking for it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Dachi, and today's topic of taboo revolves around slut shaming, victim blaming, and rape culture. Just a disclaimer, I do go into some pretty intense cases, so if you're not into that sort of thing, then definitely click off my video now. I will not be offended. This needs to be spoken about, and that is what I am doing today. If you are new to my channel, then hello, thank you so much for clicking on my channel. In a minute, I am doing a series called Topics of Taboo, where I talk about issues that are not being spoken about that need to be spoken about. I'll put a little playlist up here so you can catch up on the ones I've already done. Some are a lot more lighthearted than this one, but this really needs to be spoken about. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Now, in this video, I am heavily focusing upon slut shaming of women. Yes, I do acknowledge that male rape and male rape victims are very underreported, and that is going to be a whole other video that I focus on in the coming weeks. I'm not saying guys don't get raped, I'm not saying guys don't get assaulted or anything like that. Yes, they do, but for the purpose of today's video, I am really focusing on the slut shaming of women. What is slut shaming? Slut shaming is when we insult a woman because of the way she expresses her sexuality, and this is often in a way that we don't like or don't approve of. The term slut comes from a long time ago. Basically, it was frowned upon to have sex before marriage. So this has obviously evolved, we've become a little bit more open-minded as time has gone on, and now society says, okay, you don't have to be married to have sex, but at least be in a loving relationship with someone. The bottom line is, throughout the ages, sluts have been named as women who are different and who do bad things and disobey society's views on sex, etc, etc. As a result of this bad behaviour, we reduce her status from human all the way down to a worthless skank. Good one, society. And this is all because this slut gave up her precious vagina gift, so she no longer deserves respect. Right? Wrong. We should be respecting all women. If we want to believe that we respect women and womankind, then we can't discriminate. I only respect women that have sex the way I would do it. I respect women who make the same sexual choices as me, but no one else. So basically what you're saying is, girl, in order for you to earn my respect, you need to be having sex the way I think is right. And honestly, that is such arrogant bullshit. Women are taught to spend so much time trying to please others and to please everyone else. But really, women should be figuring out how to please themselves. You feel? Slut shame is a punishment for exercising the same freedoms as men. Think about that for a second, just think about that. Okay, we're humans. As humans, we all make mistakes from time to time. First, when you make a mistake, you pay the consequence. Promiscuity in women is often seen as a bad decision. And, as mentioned previously, when you make a bad decision, you pay the consequences. You know, like losing respect, being shamed, called a slut, being bullied, perhaps even being assaulted or raped. I mean, what did you expect? You were dressing and acting like a whore. My god, people. Although, this is quite the opposite for guys. In guys, being promiscuous is seen as a good thing. Even guys make bad decisions, but when they do, it's like, they're dudes. And that, my friends, is sexism. I've got two examples I want to share with you, specific victim blaming in rape culture. The first one was of an 11-year-old girl in Texas. She was gang raped by 20 men. She was 11 years old, and the New York Times, instead of focusing on the disgusting act that these men had played out, they decided that they'd focus on how much makeup she was wearing for an 11-year-old girl, how late she was out for an 11-year-old girl, and how sexily she was dressing for an 11-year-old girl, not the fact that she was raped by 20 men. What the fuck is wrong with people? What is wrong with society? She was raped by 20 men, yet somehow it is her fault? What? Another case I want to briefly mention is that of a Canadian federal court judge named Robin Camp. It was back in 2014, so not that long ago. So he basically blamed a rape victim for her assault. Basically, I've just got it written down here. The judge let the defendant off and proceeded to ask the victim why she couldn't prevent her rape by skewing her pelvis to avoid penetration. Yep, so once again, it was her fault. And why didn't you stop it? Why didn't you keep your legs together, you slut? Awesome. He later ended up actually apologizing to the victim for his lack of sensitivity, which he blamed on his lack of Canadian law. A judge in Canada with a lack of Canadian law. Thankfully, the verdict was overturned on an appeal and a new trial was scheduled. So, thank God for that. And then that guy ended up being convicted of rape. Enough with telling women how to dress and act to avoid getting raped. Instead, let's encourage men to stop fucking raping women and assaulting and taking advantage of other women. Maybe? We also need to stop calling girls sluts. What a girl chooses to wear in regards to makeup, clothing, how she chooses to act, where she chooses to go and when, that does not mean she is asking for it. She is not asking for sex, she's not asking to be raped, she's not asking for anything unless she asks for it. When will this get through people's heads? The fact that rape is even a thing ever is just awful, and I can't get my head around it. The fact that someone would want to do that to someone else is sick. It's actually sick. We as a society need to stop judging others and their sexual endeavors, because quite frankly, it's none of your business. As long as they are being safe and they're happy with what they're doing, let them do it. It's none of your business. It's not your life. Don't try and control others' lives. We should be empowering women, not bringing them down. Do not bring other women down. It is never their fault. It is not okay. If you're a victim of sexual assault and you're watching this, it was not your fault. It is never your fault. Rape is always the offender's fault. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it or find it informative, then please make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. It's a very important thing to talk about. This sort of thing really needs to get out there. We need to speak about it more. If you are not subscribed to my channel, then don't forget to do so. The link is in the description box, and click that bell so you don't miss an episode. I upload on a Monday and a Friday at 4 p.m. Comment anything you want down below. Let's have a discussion, and I'll see you guys in my next video on Friday. I'm also now uploading weekly vlogs on a Wednesday at 4 p.m. as well. So see you guys on Friday with my next topic of taboo, and on Wednesday with a vlog from the weekend. Bye.
Money.